husband Patty and I have been married for 6 years, and in those 6 years we have been at 4 duty stations, lived in 5 houses, and been in 4 drastically different climates. When we move this often, I really want our house to feel like our home, and for me, that actually includes the garden. Now, not everyone has this shared enthusiasm of gardening, especially in rental houses, so we have certainly inherited some derelict gardens. Today, I'm going to share a few tips that I've learned along the way of how to transform a drab garden, and some things that I've learned about myself as well. Plants can be expensive, especially when you revamp a garden every 2 years. So it's important to make sure that you choose your plants wisely. And I have a few strategies for this. First, when you get to a new area, take some walks around your neighborhood. Take a look at your neighbors' yards. See what plants are thriving. See what plants you love. Take a look at the manicured yards as well as the unkempt yards. The manicured yards are going to show you some ideas of maybe what you want your garden to look like. The unkempt yards are actually going to give you a lot of information as well. Maybe some of those plants that you really like don't look so good if you don't take care of them. So, in that instance, you can see maybe what you don't want to plant. Maybe you thought your yard was going to look like this, and then in reality, it looks like this. Not exactly what you were going for. Another thing that you can do to help build up your garden is walk around and talk to the folks that are actually in their yard gardening. Introduce yourself. Let them know that you're working on your yard as well. Ask them to keep you in mind when they're splitting their bulbs or when they're getting rid of some plants that they don't want anymore. You can take those on and put them in your yard. Avid gardeners are very happy to share their plants. Now, the next technique I learned from my mother, and to this day, it still makes my father cringe. As you're walking along, keep an eye out for overgrown ground covers and little succulent leaves that have fallen on the ground. Ground covers are meant to cover dirt, not the sidewalk. However, it might be a little crass to bring a shovel. So instead, as you're wandering, you can just pick off a little piece, take that home, plant it in your garden, water it, love it, and if you're lucky, a new plant will grow. With succulents, it's even easier. All you have to do is lay that leaf on the ground, and oftentimes a new plant will start. I have nearly filled several gardens with clippings and splits. Now, this leads me to my next point, overfilling your garden. I have an issue with the delay of gratification with yards. I always want them to be full, and we're never really there to see the end game. So I'm going to show you what happened in Hawaii. When I planted those elephant ears, they were at my knee. And when we moved, 3 years later, this is what it looked like. Same with Washington. We put in retaining walls for our gravel driveway. Now I filled those suckers up. Well, guess what? They're overgrown, and I love it. So, if you think that maybe you would like to become a gardener, take some of these ideas. Take a look around, keep an eye out for other folks to help you, as well as some splits and cuttings that you can use. And thank you, Madam Toastmaster.
Yeah.
Hello, Toastmasters. Lauren. I have a question to you first. Are you writing your speeches? I'm sure sometimes you do. And I always write my speech. And it took me some time to learn that writing to be read is completely different from writing to be heard. And I think that Lauren did a wonderful job using this project to demonstrate us how to write for the ear, not for the eye. Very well done. Your speech was clean, clear, and clever. Perfect. And I want to mention just several things you've done so wonderfully. First of all, you use simple words, nothing big. And I really like it because I personally have this fear which is called onomatophobia, which is the fear of mispronouncing words. And your pronunciation, the way you build the sentences, was so perfect. It was crisp. And I really enjoyed listening to it, like a music, simple but wonderful. I like the way you build up the sentences. There were some repetitions, again, very simple, nothing artificial or just trying to perform. When you were talking about places you lived in, how you move, so your sentences had this repetitive pattern, and it was also attracting the attention. You have chosen the theme which just calls for vivid images. And it was very well done. And we have an opportunity to see your gardens, not only on the screen, but also in the way you were describing it. I have one suggestion here. What helps with the audience understanding and liking and listening to speech even more is to appealing to different senses, not only to the sight or to the ability to hear. And I think that your speech called for it, actually. You could told us about structures. Are these elephant ears velvet? You can talk to us about sounds. Are there bees buzzing in the garden? Or you prefer bird chirping there? All these 5 senses could be used in your speech because you have chosen your theme so perfectly. The next assignment you have is your body speaks. And I suggest you just abandon the PowerPoint, you don't need it.
Okay.
Just be yourself, and I look forward to this speech.